Hey guys, SH here, and today I'm gonna talk about the Naval Strike DLC. And I know it's been quite a while now since this DLC has been launched to the premium members, and if you are a console player such as the Xbox 360 or PS3 players, I know you got this DLC a decade ago. Patch. But anyway, so basically, since I was a PC player, I got this DLC, I think like last Tuesday or maybe 2 weeks ago, I can't even remember. So this DLC has been a awesome download content. And to give you my rough estimate, I think this DLC can be one of the best DLCs in the Battlefield 4 so far. And yes, that's just my opinion, and some of you guys might gonna hate it if you guys do not like the naval combat in Battlefield 4. But if you like naval combat, if you like driving around with the boats and jet skis and something like that, I think this can be one of the best DLC that can get it right now. Well, I want to first talk about the positive aspect of this expansion pack. Well, the first one that I think the DICE pretty much nailed the entire map design in the Naval Strike expansion pack. Like even every single map, every single place you go, everything you see, there is a reason behind it. For example, if you look at the Lost Islands in the Central Point Sea Flag, there's a huge airplane crash, and you know Sea Flags is very vulnerable thanks to this surrounding environment. But you can use an airplane as the cover, and once you get the control of the Sea Flag, you're pretty much guaranteed to win. And I think that's simply a really good map design, considering for the fact that if you guys look at the Operation Metro or the Operation Locker, those kind of close quarter maps, the spawn system was simply horrible. But in a map such as the Lost Islands, I think it really provides an extra tactics or extra thinkings to win the game. And another good things about this Naval Strike map is about the weapons. And I know there are some of the weapons that I just do not know why they got it in, such as the AA Mine, M323GL, or the SR338. I really do not know why they put that in, but once they nerf it, once they buff it, I think there's not going to be any problem at all. And one of my favorite weapons in Naval Strike DLC was the SR2. It has the very high rate of fire of 900 rounds per minute, and it also has a very high damage model of 26 up close. And then I don't know, since it's a PDW, you don't really want to engage guys in a long range, but that was one of my favorite weapons. My second favorite weapon was the AWS, and I know some of you guys might be saying, no, AWS is the best LMGs in the game, and I agree. I think AWS can be one of the best LMGs in the game, considering for the fact that it has a very fast reload time and it pretty much has zero recoil whatsoever. So yeah, those my two favorite weapons in Naval Strike DLC, and I think the DICE put a lot of time and efforts into designing a map and designing a weapon in the Naval Strike expansion pack. Now, don't get me wrong here, some of you guys might gonna hate this DLC just because all you see is a water and you just don't like naval combat. But if you like the naval combat and if you like fighting against with the jet skis or the hovercraft, I think this DLC can be one of the best choices to go. And now I want to talk about the new game mode that came out with the Naval Strike expansion pack, and it's called the Carrier Assault mode. And a lot of guys might have heard about this game mode already, because if you guys go to Reddit or if you guys go to the website, Battlefield 4 website, they talked about this Carrier Assault mode a lot. And Carrier Assault mode, I'm gonna say that this game mode is one of my favorite game modes in Battlefield 4 right now. The reason is pretty simple. First of all, I love Rush. I used to love Rush in Battlefield 3, and I still love Rush in Battlefield 4. And some of the maps, I know the DICE pretty much messed the entire Rush game mode up thanks to this Commander mode and some other map designs. But in Naval Strike DLC, since it has a very good map design and a very good interaction between these players and the environment, I can just see that they put a lot of time doing the map design and just playing around with the every single game modes in Naval Strike expansion pack. So Carrier Assault mode, if you guys don't know what that is, if you guys ever heard of the time mode back in Battlefield 2042, that's basically what that is, except for the fact that there's a permanent spawn point in the ship. In the time mode, they used to move around with it, but in Battlefield 4, no, it doesn't work that way. And the reason is because of these old generation console players. If you guys don't know, the Xbox 360 and PS3 still runs the Battlefield 4, I think 720p on 30 frames per second. That is extremely low, so if the DICE puts a little bit more codes in, they're pretty much gonna be impossible to play around with the Naval Strike expansion pack. At least that's what they said. I kind of understand that, because you know it's an all generation console and they want to earn more money, earn more revenue, and make a better game. But so yeah, but anyway, so if you guys don't know what the Carrier Assault mode is, I know I said that twice already. So Carrier Assault mode is pretty much a combination between the Rush game mode and then the Conquest large game mode. So when you first start the game, you pretty much start out with the regular conquest mode where you pretty much get control of the flags. And once you get control of the flags, in each flag there's the little bit of missile launcher that launches to the enemy ship. It's gonna damage the ship one by one, by little, and then once the ship or the enemy's health gets below 50, you should be able to get into the enemy's ship, and from the time on you pretty much play the game just like the rush game mode inside the ship. So I think that that's really cool concept for the fact that I just did not like Conquest Large at all. I think this type of game mode is a lot more fun than the Conquest Large, for example, where you just pretty much cap the flags and that's it. I think combining the Conquest Large and the Rush game mode really makes the game more challenging and really making the extra tactics to serve in its full potential, and that's the reason why I love the Carrier Sub mode. And I know there's some of the flaws, such as the permanent spawn point as soon as the ship's health goes below 50. You can parachute down to the enemy spawn without any problems, and I really do not know why the DICE did that. Maybe it's because to make the game more challenging, more fun, but I do not know. So I'm really hoping that the DICE developers would hear from the community and fix the spawn point. And other than that, Naval Strike DLC is simply an amazing DLC right now. So I think the gameplay is coming to the end here, guys, and if you guys really want to spend that money to some of the DLCs in Battlefield 4, I'm gonna highly recommend you for going for that Naval Strike DLC. And if you are not good at naval combat, I don't know what to say, but if you like playing on the Parasol Storm back in Battlefield 4, I'm gonna highly recommend you for going for that Naval Strike DLC. But I think the gameplay is coming to the end here, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace!